today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because, you know, those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Throwing again is Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
The They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Now the numbers for Brooks a week ago. 13 carries for an even 100 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now here's Young.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. With the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be
and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On first down, it's gone.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's gone.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
You look at this Carolina defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both. Many different ways to create space. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Gone. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
Oh, what a move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And now an audible here into something else. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw, Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Micah Parsons.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Right back to him on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The fullback dive held up short, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
In motion right, that's Metcalf.
Goff on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Kayvon Thibodeau from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
On second down, here's Goff. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw is Goff. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Goff going to shift him around. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll change things up. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And that pressure there came from his left side. Maybe could have sped up the release, but he couldn't get it off in time.
And truthfully, the speed should be consistent each and every time. It should be quick mechanics. The best punters are the ones who can catch it, one step, and get rid of the football. Those are the ones you want. Anything more than one step in the NFL, you're flirting with disaster.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a first carry here for their running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
2nd down and 6 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline and try and figure out what...
Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that 1st down. It would have been a 4th down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
Young going to give to Brooks.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Here's Brooks.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Jonathan Brooks.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seattle now ready to march. It's Young off play action.
That's taken in. It's Xavier again.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Young, he's going to change it up. Up the middle with Brooks here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Young looks to throw on first down.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 yards and a Panther first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, Young.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Tip Ryman
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Panthers are pouring it on.
Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Goff on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Goff throwing again.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
That's caught inside the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip half. Time to get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Young on first down. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The play fake. Now Young. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Worthy, 58 yards. And the Panthers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks.
They'll run with Brooks.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
Here's a handoff to Brooks.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Jonathan Brooks
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Panthers just continue to roll.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Now Young going to move him around.
They go play action here on first down.
That one completes him again.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, You don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
2nd down and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Waddle, the motion man, right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Second and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On the handoff, this is Brooks.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 2nd down, Brooks.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Jonathan Brooks.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
They go play action. Young.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Here comes Brooks.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Young here, you can see, changing the play. On the ground, here's Brooks. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, Young loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have...
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Young off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Young.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Off the play fake, Young. It's caught at the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
And he continues to be and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Brooks is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jackson Smith and Jim. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.